Hey, fatty! This is how you get shredded eating a low-fat diet. No calorie counting. It's all about food choices, you fat bag. Food choices, we're talking high volume. Okay, lean protein and clean whole food carbohydrates. Fat-free carbs. Whole foods. Whole foods. Okay, nothing is going to be able to beat a diet that is clean, low-fat, whole foods. Nothing. Everything else is just a gimmick or some sort of a yo-yo dieting bullshit strategy to try to escape the truth. The truth is you need to clean it up. The truth is you need to clean up your damn diet. As soon as there's a bunch of fat in the diet, you got to take away from the protein and carbs, which is stupid. Stupid! Drops the volume down. Then you got to count the calories. Not to mention, as soon as there's fat in that diet, you're going to have to run a macro split that's subpar for energy output on the day as well. And subpar for body composition. There's a reason all these old school bodybuilders I keep showing you were eating a low-fat diet, chasing the lean protein and the clean whole food carbs. You don't got to count nothing if you get tight with the food choices. It's always easier to teach people how to pick better foods and make that the lifestyle. Okay, as soon as you start pissing around counting calories, you're going to have situations where you're going to have way too much fat in the diet. And you're like, oh, that's in my calorie needs. And then at the end of the night, you haven't hit nearly enough volume, nowhere near enough lean protein, and then you binge. You have a blowout. Okay, so first off, lean protein. You got to meet your protein needs, you idiots. You're going to end up binging on carbs that don't need to be there. And you're going to be losing muscle and not even losing any body fat, you idiot. Lean protein makes you eat less. Excellent food choice. Chicken breast. Breast lean as hell. I won't use any oil to cook this either. I'll either boil it or use an air fryer. Lean. Lean. Gains. Gains. This is how you lose body fat and keep all your muscle, if not build muscle, you fat pig. Lean chicken breast, fatty. Lean chicken breast, nothing new. Peas and carrots. A bag. Peas and carrots. Whole foods, crazy satiation. Zero fat. Zero fat. Okay, starchy vegetable carb source. Okay, peas and carrots. Cat bait it. Cat. Cat. Lean chicken, peas and carrots. What else do we got, fatty? Blueberries, whole bag. Whole bag of blueberries, get a little bit of fructose in. Whole bag. Okay, whole bag. Obviously, I'm not going to eat all this tonight. And then lastly, for dessert, I got a few bananas. Okay? Because if you have that sweet tooth, you'll need a little fructose. I made tighter food choices here than even going with any heavy starches. This is how you drive the calories through the floor intuitively. Volume, protein, carbohydrate, some sweet sugar source that has a bit of fructose. That's a whole food. You don't need refined sugar in the goddamn food, you idiot. Stop drinking your calories, you idiot. Okay, get rid of the simple sugars you're just adding to the food for no reason. The plainer the better. Sorry. It's a lifestyle. You're practicing a low-fat diet and whole foods. And this way you'll never have to count a calorie, ever. And you'll have a way better macro split. It runs you in a deficit by default until you're literally ripped. The last thing you would ever have to do is add fat back into that diet. And that would be if you were so ripped, because you're eating so much volume that you can't even keep weight on, because you can't eat enough. Until next time, it's time to learn food choices, fatty. Low-fat dieting with excellent food choices gets you shredded. Zero calorie counting, no muscle loss, you fat pegs.